It's Bueller and Dodge, and on the phone, heading into the Fox Sports 1 prelims this Saturday for UFC 222, one of the most decorated women in BJJ history, winner of 3 World Cup gold medals, 2 World Championships, and 1 gold at Abu Dhabi, the new UFC strawweight signee, 5-0, Mackenzie Dern. Good morning, Mackenzie.
Good morning, guys.
How are you doing today?
Doing good. Just, we're on fight week, so just getting the weight cut down and everything, but I'm feeling great, good energy and everything, so I'm excited.
Where are you calling us from?
The Monte Carlo, Vegas.
Oh, you're in Vegas. All right. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So what has your routine been so far this morning?
This morning we just wake up. We have like media day and everything, and then as soon as we finish the media day, then straight to the gym, just get the last pounds off to be able to rest and sleep good this night.
So you talked about your weight cut. You are coming into the 115-pound division, strawweight. Now, you did most of your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at 127, correct?
Yeah.
So I was just curious, why not jump into the 125-pound weight class, the newest weight class of the UFC, or do you see something at like 2 weights in the future?
Yeah, for sure. I see something like, who knows, maybe if I win the belt at 115, then go up and try to get 2 belts, But in Jiu-Jitsu, it's so different, because we weigh in and then we go straight to the mat. We don't have like 24 hours to recover weight or anything like that. So really, like, I train with girls 125. Like, I train with Lauren Murphy. She's in the UFC 125, and these girls are just like way bigger than me, like on a day-to-day basis. But the next day they're way bigger. So I did 1 fight so far out of my 5-fight career so far at 125, and like I felt good, but we really think that I'm going to be stronger and faster, and I'm just more of a better fighter at 115.
Have you ever had any issues hitting 115?
Oh yeah, 115 is never easy for me. 115, I've definitely had like lots of problems with 115, but I think that just comes from like I never did any amateur fight or anything, so just like learning my body, and really like MMA is a total different sport than Jiu-Jitsu, so the whole diet and everything, I was doing like different diets and trying to see which one was best for me. So my last weight cut I did was the best weight cut I ever had. I felt really good, and I made 115 great, and so now I'm just trying to do an even better weight cut to have like a greater performance here at the UFC.
Obviously, there's been a lot of comparisons to you and Ronda Rousey having been thrown around quite a bit. Both of you being highly decorated martial artists outside of MMA, and then both making the transition. And you've been quoted recently in saying you don't want to be the next Ronda, but you want to be the new Mackenzie Dern, and you want to be better. So by watching her career, what have you learned to hopefully help you exceed that?
I think just seeing, I can't say like, the mistake she's done, I think, obviously she did a really good job because, no one's done everything that she's done, a lot of people say like, don't try to be a striker, like Ronda tried to be a striker, but I mean, if I wanted to be a Jiu-Jitsu fighter, I would have stayed in Jiu-Jitsu, So I came into MMA to be an MMA fighter, to be able to stand up, to be able to go to the ground, to go on the cage, to do all these things, So of course, like I won't become like Floyd Mayweather or anything, because I'm a Jiu-Jitsu girl. But if one day I can't go to the ground, I'm like training so hard to be the best, like all-around fighter I can be. So I think. I think we just have different personalities, and I think that our own personalities will take us in our own courses and stuff like that. But I don't think that she did anything, made too many mistakes in her whole career. I for sure I don't think I will risk when I get the belt. I don't think I'll risk just trying to defend the belt so many times. I always say that I don't have the plans to stay in MMA for 10 years and stuff like that. I want to have a family and stuff like that after. But, I think that I can only learn, like, from all the good stuff she's done, like all her marketing and just how often she was fighting and stuff like that.
You bring up not just wanting to be one-dimensional with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but at the same time, you're heading into a fight with a Golden Gloves champion who is going to have some pretty amazing stand-up. Do you think that maybe for this one fight? You might stick to the BJJ, or are you going to try some stand-up in there?
No, I'm patient, I'm going to see, like, how the fight goes. All my fights, I'm going to the ground, like, I'm going to try to go to the ground. I don't have, like, that, like, I need to hide my strategy. I think anyone who fights me, they know that, like, my goal will always be to the ground, that's, like, my bread and butter. That's
of course.
where I'm the most confident. That's, I don't like to get punched in the face, so that's where, I can try to finish the fight as soon as possible without getting with the least amount of damage possible. But, if I can't take her down, or if I feel like I'm winning on standing up, I'm not going to be, like, in a rush to have to take to the ground or anything. I'm just going to see how it goes, how I feel.
So are you looking to represent Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu similar like Damian Maia did when he first burst on the scene?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely, like, inspired by Damian Maia, like, get in, get out, quick, like, nice, efficient jiu-jitsu for MMA.
Nice.
So we're going to call you the new backpack?
Man, if I get on the ground, for sure, it's going to be hard to take me off. I'm going to be like a backpack on them.
I got to ask, you've trained and competed with Kyra Gracie down there, obviously jiu-jitsu royalty. And there's been rumors of her working on her stand-up and making the transition over to mixed martial arts. I don't know how well you do know her, but do you ever see her making the jump like you did?
No, definitely not.
No.
She's for sure, like, on a new career, commentating, and has her family and everything. For sure, she's, like, just training to train, and to always keep learning and stuff like that. But to actually do the transition and go into a whole new career and start all over again, definitely not.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of other people that you've competed against, you have gone up against the giant from Ryzen, Gabi Garcia. She's amazing. She's also highly decorated, just like you are. And you're one of the people that have actually been able to beat her despite the size difference. Now, obviously, there's a huge weight difference between the two of you in the UFC, but do you see down the road, is there a possibility of seeing you two in the same ring, like in Ryzen or maybe even in the WWE?
No, I wouldn't want to, like, take a punch from her, I think she's just so big, so strong, my dad doesn't even want me to fight MMA with girls my own size, let alone to get in a ring, with these punches and kicks and knees from Gabi Garcia, So, for sure, jiu-jitsu, I would fight her again any day, type
nice.
thing, but in MMA, no way.
So you seem to be getting this really, really big push from the UFC. Obviously, you're headlining the prelims that are going to be on TV before a big pay-per-view. Do you feel any extra pressure at all, or do you feel like you should have maybe started on Fight Pass, or is this exactly where you want to be?
No, I'm definitely fine where I am. I think I feel good on this position. Like, for sure, there's pressure, but I think it's good. I don't feel it as a bad pressure. I feel that. I think I was, like, meant to shine and stuff like that, so the more eyes, the better I'll perform, for sure.
Nice. We like the confidence. We love the confidence. We've been following you for a while, waiting for you to make this jump into the UFC, and we're super happy to have you here on the show today. Everybody that we bring in here to talk to that's a fighter, we have a question that we ask about fights, and Dodge has it for you, so go ahead, man. All
right, Mackenzie, who's going to win in a fight? A bear with machine guns for hands and feet, or a pterodactyl that poops chainsaws?
I think the bear.
the bear with machine
very
guns.
Serious question.
It's a very serious fight question.
Yeah, very serious.
We've got.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go Team Bear.
Team Bear. It is. We have a wall dedicated to who picks what team. So you are now officially going on the side of Team Bear. Thanks for being with us today, Mackenzie. Obviously, it's going down this weekend. Fox Sports 1 on the prelims. She's headlining the prelim card Saturday for UFC 222, one of the most decorated women in BJJ history. Mackenzie Dern, best of luck to you, and thank you so much today.
Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.